These are some crazy high IQ Steph Curry plays that just don't make any sense.
Splits the defense behind the back. Fires a three. Oh, he puts it in. What a spectacular move.
Up first, we've got the time Steph casually carved through the defense to set up an easy dunk at the rim.
I think anybody plays with their back to the basket. Curry to ground, look out. There's McGee again.
Steph's ball handling is always smooth, but did you see that dime between the defender's legs? I mean, there weren't many ways Steph could escape a pass to his teammate with all those defenders clogging the lane. So he saw the slightest window open up and dropped an incredible dime. That reminds me of another quite memorable time Steph made the most of the slightest window, then gave us one of the more epic regular season moments of the last decade.
Curry splits the defense behind the back. Fires a three. Oh, he puts it in.
Wow. The ability to use the screen and crossover with such a little cushion is just spectacular. And then he uses his inner genius to use his crossover to wrap around the defense and create just enough room to get off a fall-away three-point shot. And that shot was so amazing that even Steve Kerr fell in awe of what he saw. But then again, Steve Kerr and the rest of the Warriors crew have only gotten used to all the dazzling highlights and ball-handling wizardry. And after a night like this, Jrue Holiday got a huge taste of Steph. Wait, pause. As I was saying, Jrue didn't exactly put forth his best game. And Jrue is a 3-time NBA All-Defensive Team member. So when we had a Bucks-Warriors matchup, Jrue was going to show us why he excels at defense. He had the task of guarding Curry for most of the game. And what did Curry do to Jrue? Well, on one occasion, he had Jrue picking him up near half court, and he decided to break the moves out, showing off killer handles, going behind the back, and putting Jrue in the spin cycle.
Step back is three.
Jrue looked like he lost the ball, lost Curry. He might have even lost himself, while Curry stepped back and drained a deep three. Ouch. Can't get worse than that. Or can it? Because after a loose ball rebound that got kicked out to Curry, he stuck another three in the face of Jrue Holiday. 2 big plays to just make Jrue Holiday look silly. And that was just 6 of Curry's 41 on the night, in which his Warriors won thanks to a couple of insanely smart plays by Steph. Like, come on, you tell me, how many guys in the NBA can make something like that look so easy? Sometimes you don't wait. You get out of the way as quickly as you possibly can, because the second you mess up, you'll be on an island all alone like Rudy Gobert. Destroyed by Curry was Rudy Gobert on this fateful day, when he decided to put a 7-footer in a spin cycle. Rudy, bless his heart, defensive all-star that he is, he should be in the paint protecting the rim, and not out there trying to guard Steph out on the perimeter. Steph saw him out of his place and decided to put on a show on the national TV stage with all the celebrities in attendance. Yikes. I wouldn't want to be the man trying to stop Steph. No, hell no. The one upside for Gobert was that he may have been so dizzy by the end of it all that he might not have even seen Curry's sweet layup.
This is game 1, Western Conference semifinals. As Curry does his magic, gets by Gobert and scores.
One can only hope for the sake of poor Rudy. Lethal, just so savage. I would not want to be in any pair of shoes of any of those men. Those men have families, Steph. Ruthless. This leads us to the time Steph proved literally that he has eyes in the back of his head. The awareness, the pinpoint passing. Just take a look at it yourselves.
Saves it to the wrong guy. Here's Curry. Thompson off the break.
How did Steph even know Klay was coming up behind him? How do you toss such an accurate pass to a running teammate without even looking? I'm in amazement watching that pass that's several years old at this point. Sheesh. But when I say that pass was nothing compared to this next one, you'll seriously start to wonder if Steph's a true mortal or not. For many people, passing someone the ball by spiking the ball into the ground makes no sense. But for Steph, slamming the ball makes perfect sense because it's the quickest way to get the ball over a 7-footer. Is that genius or...
Here's Curry with a high bounce pass.
Yeah, no, that's genius. Enough said. This next move is just disrespectful. This man had the entire OKC defense on a string.
Steph and Draymond. That was the invisible move.
Just blatantly disrespectful. He gets the first defender to bite on the screen, and then he finds enough room to fool the next defender into thinking he's about to shoot. And if that wasn't already enough disrespect, Steph fakes a pass while driving down the lane and finishes over 3 Mavericks trying to block his layup at the rim. So let me get this straight. He embarrassed all 5 Mavs defenders, all in one play? Yes, he did. And speaking of embarrassing, this next one is, well, downright embarrassing. That ultra quick handle and crossover had CP3 so confused that he didn't even know which way to fall. I mean, seriously, CP3 was shaking so badly on that play. And even worse, it was at home in Los Angeles, under the bright lights. Now that's embarrassing. What about just recently when Steph pulled off a similar move against Anthony Davis to start the new season?
5 games last year, scored 30 and 30.
The skill and ability are undeniable, but what catches my eye is how he's able to quickly change speed and direction while going downhill against a big body like Anthony Davis. And then he uses the behind-the-back crossover, looks up at the rim like he's about to shoot, and then goes underneath for the easy lay-in. You can't teach that stuff. In fact, I don't think I've seen a move quite like that, especially down underneath the basket by a man Steph's size. But it's indeed Steph's size that gives him a unique advantage that a lot of folks sometimes don't realize. Insert the time Steph used his swift movement and smaller frame to make a fool out of Marcin Gortat. And keep in mind, if Steph was any bigger or taller than he actually is, this move might have not been quite as effective.
Oklahoma City. Gortat trying to stay with Stephen. Oh, no.
Man, he just made him look silly. Steph was small enough that he was able to hide behind Gortat and then left him bamboozled. Gortat's asking himself, geez, which way did he go? I don't know. Probably to make another guy look silly. Like the time Steph Curry sent a young Jaylen Brown for a ride at the end of the quarter. And I've got to say, this was a harsh welcome moment for a rookie.
I think they can give him a good push. Curry with the fake on Jaylen Brown, drills it!
He perfectly sold that step back like he was about to launch a contested three-pointer over Brown. But he was only waiting for Brown to fly by so he could get a clean look at the three. And a clean look for Steph on a 3-ball? That's a layup. Oh, and Steph added some trash talk to make sure he welcomed Jaylen Brown to the league. Let's just say nicely. This next play, you just have to appreciate this complete masterclass of a fast break by Steph. And this was back when Steph wasn't quite Steph yet, the unanimous MVP we know and love today. He was young, but he was still something else. And this crazy dish is just proof of that. I don't know what was more stunning. The fact that he was able to fake the pass behind the back like that? Or the fact that he was able to fake once and then toss it over his head for the assist? Actually, who am I kidding? The fact that he was able to do both those things without traveling and all in one motion was incredible. I swear, this guy has to have eyes in the back of his head, because there's absolutely no way he's pulled off all these wild passes over the years without even looking. Some of these plays are proof of Steph's genius IQ. Now, if you're trying to see Steph's craziest game winners, click right here.